down to the wire at Motorland Aragon. Albert Arenas got a great start when lights went out, with Valentin Debise running in P3, just behind Roberto Garcia. Alessandro Zaccone was on the charge. He moved ahead of Debise with 14 laps to go at turn 16, demoting the ZX Motor rider out of the podium places. And things would get worse for the 53 as well, as Tom Booth Amos and then Aldi Mahendra came past. Zaccone was running in the podium spots, but he was aiming higher. He moved ahead of Roberto Garcia at turn 16 to move into P2, while Tom Booth Amos then followed him through on the number 37 to demote Garcia out of the podium spots, but Garcia remained close behind. Aldi Mahendra and Jaume Masia were looking to take the fight to each other as well, as Alessandro Zaccone came through on Albert Arenas at turn 1 to take the lead of the race. The question...
Good lap from Zaccone, and he's going to be under pressure now, you can see, for Albert Arenas. We'll see if he's able to put his bike in the right place in the run up towards 5 and 6.
Crucial for Albert Arenas to respond immediately at the end of the opening sector of this final lap, because he knows Zaccone is so much stronger through the final sector, and Arenas doesn't waste any time at all, surging through, coming through turn 4 to hit the front. But now can he open enough of a margin to put himself beyond the reach of Alessandro Zaccone through this final sector?
Yeah, Zaccone's close enough now where he's still going to give himself that chance down in towards 16, and Arenas is going to have to do something a little bit different on the final lap. This is a little bit similar to Valentin Debise. Are those 5 points in the race victory, are they worth risking it all?
And Tom Booth Amos pushing as hard as you like in third position, having wrestled well clear of Roberto Garcia. The gap 7/10 of a second. It would have to all go wrong ahead of him for him to get back in the mix, but he's lurking there menacingly on the fringes of that podium battle as Zaccone attacks back on Albert Arenas once again. Zaccone's going to have only led one lap in this race, but he might well go on to make it the most important one of all.
Yeah, don't lead at this stage. He needs to lead on the run into 16 whenever they get to the end of that straight. If he can do that, he can win this race. He's got the bike to be able to do it. Zaccone, you can see Arenas runs in deep. That's going to cost him momentum through 15.
And he's looking over his shoulder. He knows that Zaccone is coming. Albert Arenas will move to the inside, down the back straight for the final time on this last lap of 15. Alessandro Zaccone has chased for all he's worth throughout. Now he makes the pass at the end of the back straight. 2 turns to go for Arenas to respond. Otherwise, it's Alessandro Zaccone on the Altea Ducati who will claim his first podium in the Supersport World Championship, his 28th race start, a first rostrum finish and a first race win. Alessandro Zaccone takes the checkered flag, punches the air with delight as he wins ahead of Albert.
They stood on the race 1 podium. Zaccone beat Arenas by 0.174, with Booth Amos less than a second behind. Roberto Garcia was 2.5 seconds away from victory, ahead of Jaume Masia and Aldi Mahendra. Valentin Debise could only manage P8 after starting from the front row. Chan Onchu battled up from 34th on the grid to take P12, ahead of Filippo Ferrioli.
Munoz, they were close to the podium. Bader Batama, no wonder he's looking a little bit bemused. There you go, tuck a smile.
That would go right down to the wire at Motorland Aragon. Race 1 winner Alessandro Zaccone got a great start from pole position, but he soon found himself in the midst of an incredible battle. He was first passed by Aldi Mahendra on the run into turn 16, but it was Roberto Garcia on the charge, the number 37 going from P3 to P1 as Philip Ertel set the fastest lap of the race. Tom Booth Amos was hunting for victory as well. He looked to go from P3 to P1, but he tagged the back of Roberto Garcia's bike and ran wide at turn 1, and that also affected the number 37. Garcia dropped behind Alberto Arenas, who had assumed the lead of the race, as Jaume Masia moved into the podium places with 5 laps to go. The number 5 had started from P7, but dropped as low as 11th on the opening lap. He therefore had to fight his way through the field and was in the mix for victory with 2 laps to go. He was all over the back of Arenas and Garcia and went from 3rd to 1st under braking at turn 1 alongside his title rival and Garcia, who was still searching for a first win in the championship. Arenas didn't take it lightly though, and he fought back through turns 4 and 5, but it was Masia on the run into turn 1 who took the lead of the race once again. There was also a move from Matteo Ferrari. The number 11 moved up the inside of Garcia to take P3 from the Spanish rider. The number 37 must be wondering what he has to do to claim victory, but it's Jaume Masia back on top of the World Supersport podium, and it's his first rostrum since he won in race 2 at Assen. Trophies hoisted aloft at Aragon by Masia, Arenas and Ferrari after an incredible race 2. It's Maciá who claimed victory by 0.312 ahead of Arenas, Ferrari and Garcia less than 4 tenths away from victory, with Audi Mahendra in 5th. Philip Ertl top with Amos